Hi, I'm Paul.
Hi, I'm Xander.
And this month we are taking you on another Virtual Bute Heritage Hunt! Wow, Xander, can you believe this is the last show after 2 whole seasons of heritage hunting round the island?
I think you mean series, Paul. You've been watching too much Netflix.
Can you blame me? There's not much else to do when you're a floating head.
Well, it's time to put that head to use because this time we're talking about World War II.
During the 1930s, Bute remained the favourite holiday destination for thousands of Glasgow holidaymakers.
But with the shadow war looming, the island was to become a destination for lots of new groups of people.
Glasgow, like most big cities in Britain, had made plans to move children to safer places, away from the threat of enemy air raids as war loomed.
On September 1st, 876 children plus teachers and helpers arrived in Rossi on the ferry the Jenny Deans. 2 days later, they would be joined by a further 1,600 children who landed just an hour after war was declared in the midst of a thunderstorm.
Children were housed with local families, some of whom who had volunteered to help, and some who had been ordered to help by the government.
Most stayed a few months before going back to Glasgow, but some returned later to make a life on the island.
The arrival of over 2,000 school children must have been a considerable addition to the resident population of 12,000 people.
But the children were just the part of a whole lot of new arrivals welcomed onto wartime Bute.
In 1940, for example, 600 Polish officers arrived on Bute.
At Port Bannon time, the Kyle Hydro Tail was converted into HMS Verbo, the Royal Navy base for the 12th Submarine Flotilla and the home of Operation Source.
Operation Source was a plan to use X-class midget submarines to attack 3 huge German warships, the Tirpitz, the Scharnhorst and the Lutzow, at their bases in northern Norway before they could reach the open sea.
The 2-man submarine were used to get close to the warships undetected and plant explosive mines.
The raid severely damaged the Tirpitz and was declared a huge success. 2 Victoria Crosses were awarded as a result of the action.
There's also a brilliant book by Jess Sanderman all about Bute and the war.
So why don't you get out and about and see what you can find?
The Tirpitz was a German Bismarck-class battleship. It was given a nickname, the Lonely Queen of the North, because it was well armed and they had to keep it hidden in Norwegian waters. As a result of Operation Source, the Tirpitz was badly damaged but was easily repaired within weeks. The Tirpitz was finally sunk on the 12th of November 1944 by a Royal Air Force bombers raid.